Ladies and gentlemen, you of course know my first guest from the films Pulp Fiction, Mission Impossible, and his award-winning leading role in Don King, Only in America. His latest film is Martin Scorsese's Bringing Out the Dead. Everyone's talking about this movie. Please welcome Ving Rhames.
Hey, how you doing, New York?
Nice.
My hometown.
Your hometown?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
nice.
My hometown.
Man, what part of New York are you from?
I grew up in Harlem on 126th Street.
So are you a Yankees guy? Are you a Mets guy? Or?
I'm a Met fan.
Okay. So you're... But thanks for showing up anyway.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah. Don't boo Ving Rhames, all right?
Please.
Not a good idea. Now, I notice, I got to talk about this. Your eye... Your eye looks injured. This eye right here.
Yeah, well, I'm training to do the Sonny Liston story for Paramount. I'm playing Sonny Liston.
Right.
And what wound up happening, though, how many of you have a mate who snores? Okay. Well, my girlfriend, she's a former LAPD officer. She snores. One day she was snoring Flight of the Bumblebee. Honestly.
Very hard to do.
In B minor.
Very hard to do, yeah.
So, and she sleeps with her fists clenched. So I said, why are you sleeping like that? She said, in case a bald-headed black man messes with me. That's how I got this. I turned over, touched her, boom.
Wait, you just touched her in her sleep and she hits you while she's asleep?
That's LAPD.
That's rough, man.
And you thought you had it bad in New York.
That is rough, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Just do not let her have a weapon when she goes to sleep, all right? Just
and
leave
she
her
carries
alone.
a 9mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's interesting being in a relationship with a woman who carries a 9mm.
That's kind of sexy, huh?
It can be.
Okay.
But I have the real weapon. Hey.
Me too. I can't pull that off. Oh, well. Moving right along.
Okay.
This is a fun interview, and I didn't expect any of this to happen, and we're having a fine old time.
I have a ball here.
Now, you...
No pun intended.
Okay, now this movie you did, Bringing Out the Dead, this was shot in New York City. You and Nicolas Cage play paramedics.
Yeah, and it was interesting because I met a guy, we did most of the filming from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning, and we shot on 42nd Street between 11th and 12th. And I met
I'm surprised I didn't see you.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, but yeah, I would think if you're in Times Square in the middle of the night, you got to meet amazing characters. Right?
Met a great guy. His name was Hezekiah, and I used some of this character in the character that I play. Older guy, he was a little high, and he kind of had one of those kind of voices like that. And he was saying, you know, boy, I met Bill Clinton. Yeah. He said, you know what? Bill Clinton reminds me of Snoop Doggy Dogg. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, Bill Clinton reminds me of Snoop Doggy Dogg. I was talking to Bill, and I mentioned Monica Lewinsky. And Bill leaned over to me and said, I don't love them hoes. That's what Hezekiah said.
Yeah. What's odd is that if a guy told me on 42nd Street that he had run into Bill Clinton down there, I wouldn't disbelieve him. You know, it's like, it's possible. He's the one president we've had where you think it's possible that he's been there.
I like Bill, so.
Oh, yeah. No, he just has a good time. That's all I'm saying. Mr. President, I enjoy you, too. Now, in this movie, you guys are, we have a clip here of the film. And we need to set this up because I know it's you and Nick Cage. He's not happy about being a paramedic, is that right?
I'm trying to help him through the night, basically. And the person who my character is in love with, I'm speaking to her, and the rest is self-explanatory.
She's the dispatcher, is that right?
Yes, Queen Latifah.
Okay, let's take a look at this clip from Bringing Out the Dead.
6'2" Young, I don't have time for your games. Now answer me, or do I have to come out there myself?
Oh, Sookie now, rough. Now, see, I usually don't do calls before my coffee, but I think this be good for your son. 6'2" Young is here, baby. And I'ma take care of you. Don't you worry about a thing. Come on, white boy. Because Big Daddy Marcus is alive and on arrival, baby.
I'm not your baby, Young. I'm not your mother either.
What mess with her? I like the hair. Looks good.
A guy named Leonard Drake. It's a wig.
Oh, it's a wig. That's a wig you're wearing.
Yes.
Okay. Looks
Thank
good.
God.
It looks nice. Yeah. I almost went with that look, and then I decided.
I think it would work for you, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Again, something I could not pull off.
No, he's kind of, honestly now, isn't he kind of cool for a white guy? Honestly.
All I have to say is thank God for the electric applause sign. Now, you are you're a very serious actor. Mm-hmm. You've had a lot of people have credited you with some great work, but I read something about you that I didn't quite understand. And you said in an interview once that you use your dogs sometimes to help you prepare for a role, and I didn't get it.
Okay. You guys have pets out here? Okay, yeah. Do you trust your pets? Do your pets know your instincts, know the timbre of your voice? Mm-hmm. What I do is I have 3 Ambulneo Mastiffs. It's a breed.
What kind of dog is that?
It was created about 14 years ago by a guy named Mark Riesinger. It's 3 different breeds of bulldogs and three different breeds of mastiffs. Very sensitive dogs.
That's a big dog too, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll be about 165 pounds. But the wonderful thing about them is what I would do is I'll put on makeup, wardrobe as the character, and I'll come out, and if I can fool my dogs, if they let's say if they bark at me because one of my characters
think you're a stranger,
then I know I've metamorphosized into the character.
So it's up to your dogs. If your dogs are ever like, no.
Well, then I go back to the drawing board, but I definitely know if I can fool them, then I'm probably well on my way to doing a good job.
That's actually that's kind of an interesting technique, because I would think that they would, if a dog doesn't know you at that point, then yeah, you've really accomplished something.
That's what I found.
Is it just this breed, you think? I mean, like some breeds are probably really easy, like a golden retriever, a dumb dog. Just be like, whatever, you're just good.
Now, well, I find the Ambulneo Mastiff breed, if you ever get one, they're very sensitive and they're very protective.
No pick up on that. Bringing Out the Dead, which is the new Martin Scorsese film. This is you, Nick Cage. A lot of people talking about it. It opens this Friday, so go check it out. And Ving, we always have a good time when you drop by. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. Ving Rhames, everybody. We'll take a break. When we come back, meet